Firebaugh. Welcome back to our show, Are You Serious? As always, we got some football to break down for you, along with some big MLB games tonight, or yesterday, and coming up soon, so we're going to get right into it. Finally, a little break from some big-time controversy in the NFL, but we still had some big performances as always. Connor, what stood out to you?
I mean, the Rams on Thursday night stood out to us. We didn't get to talk about that Friday because we had a little special program, you guys. But the Rams are 4-0, and they look like the team to beat. And, I mean, also you got Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs last night throwing a left-hand pass, scrambling. That was
insane.
That was insane.
I mean, big time.
They were fun to watch, let me tell you. And, I mean, it was just a great week. I mean, there's 3 overtime games. I thought there were going to be another ties with the Cleveland Browns and the Raiders, but John Gruden got his first win. Brian, what do you think about this?
I liked the Chiefs last night. I mean, I know you already touched
now.
base on it, but I like their offense a lot, but their defense is bad. Their defense needs to work. They can't just keep – there's going to be teams they run into on defense where they're going to limit them at some point on offense. Yeah. Their defense got to start doing more work for them.
I mean, Kirk Cousins had a wide-open pass and 13 seconds left, and he missed it, overthrew it.
Mitch Trubisky? Oh, man, I saw him on the highlight reel there for a minute, running for first down. He had 6 touchdowns. What were the Colts thinking?
That was dumb.
I mean, they go for that win?
I mean, I understand if you were on the 50-yard line, but you were on your 40, gives a chance for the Texans to make a drive.
Easy drive.
They won. They scored.
My Cowboys got to win. Oh, my goodness. Ezekiel Elliott finally catching a big-time game. 250 yards from scrimmage against the Lions.
Big game for him.
Patriots bounced back.
Yes, yeah, you guys both picked the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
They were not looking good. Like you guys said, that Chiefs-Broncos game last night, big-time division game. Both of those teams looked good.
Packers pitching out the shutout, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You played Buffalo.
The Bills beat the Vikings.
It don't matter. It's still a dub.
It's true.
The Bills beat the Vikings.
They still, like Aaron Rodgers said, you guys don't look very good.
Our defense is at a championship level right now. Defense at the championship level.
Aaron Rodgers always has good defense. Is the carries in the Super Bowl, as always.
No. He carries himself to the Super Bowl.
Jones, another thing. Julio Jones, still no touchdown. Hasn't had a touchdown since week 12 of last year.
Yeah.
The rookie Calvin Ridley, he's the one that's getting all the touchdowns. So
they're doubling Julio. They're doubling
Julio. Calvin Ridley, he's not one to be messed with. He might be a rookie, but he's legit. I like him. As always, Drew Brees, we take care of business. I mean, come on. We're going to the Super Bowl.
You guys put the Giants.
That's all right. We locked Odell up. We're going to the Super Bowl. Like I said, that first game was rough. What are we now? 3-1?
I think so.
That's my team, but I'm ride or die with those guys. But afterwards, we got college now.
Another great week of college football. Top 10 games, some upsets in the country. Brian, what do you think about this week of college football?
It was solid. That Ohio State-Penn State game was solid, dude. I thought Penn State was going to get it, but Ohio State stuck in there, Ohio State's really looking like a contender right now. Notre Dame against Stanford, they took charge in that fourth quarter. Notre Dame's looking like a playoff team. Yeah. Notre Dame's looking good. They always have a game or two where they slip up, and they had those 2 first games early in the year. They did not play well, and they solidified themselves against Stanford this weekend for sure.
Penn State, like you said, that Penn State Ohio State is the main one I take away from the weekend. I thought it was over. Penn State at home, they were up they were up a couple possessions, 13-0, might have been even more. And Ohio State found a way to come back was Urban Meyer back?
Yep.
Yes, Urban Meyer back. That shows you right there the way they were. They got through controversy. Clemson maybe wishing they had Kelly Bryant now. Trevor Lawrence had a little scare there, so we'll see how they look going forward. With no Kelly Bryant, no backup, strictly Trevor Lawrence now. What did you?
It's a great week. Notre Dame, with the new quarterback Ian Brook, he makes that offense a threat. I mean, that defense is solid. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, the top 8 teams are all could be in the playoffs, and I mean, Alabama's still the number 1, obviously top dog.
For sure.
I mean, but there's teams like 2 and 4, and Georgia's looking good.
Jake Fromm.
It's gonna be a fun season.
This could be the year that people could start making the debate for playoffs to be 8 teams now.
Yeah.
I like the 4 team, but.
Are you going to leave out Oklahoma?
Exactly.
Or are you going to leave out?
He's a quarterback for OU. Can't remember his name.
Kyler Murray.
He's a beast. I like what he's doing. But we're going to the MLB now.
Next up, it's the MLB. Something happened that we've never seen before. Not 1, but 2 Game 163s happened yesterday. The Brewers took on the Cubs and beat them 3-1 at Wrigley. And then the Rockies played the Dodgers in LA, lost 5-2. Koby? What'd you think about this, fam?
Pull my notes out for this one. One takeaway that I know immediately, I'm just going to say maybe the Trigger Browns, but we all know Braves are going to get swept. NLDS. Dodgers looking good, as always. Manny Machado, they got him over the year. One thing I want to see is that Red Sox-Yankees series. I want to see Aaron Judge and Stanton, what they can do in the playoffs, see them hit some bombs in the playoffs. That'll be a fun series, I think. If they can both get there to see each other, I think that'll be a fun series. I'm not too. What do you guys think about?
I'm looking forward to the Brewers and the Cubs. The Cubs win tonight. That'd be a huge divisional matchup, and the Brewers haven't been there for a while. That'd be fun. Wrigley's always going crazy during the playoffs.
Sure.
Wrigley's insane.
Astros too. See how they look, defending champs.
There's so many good matchups potential in this playoff seeds. Astros and Indians, as you said, two teams that have been to the World Series, won it within the past 2 or 3 years. Red Sox looked incredible all year.
Yeah.
The Yankees and the A's is going to be a solid game tonight. Cubs, Rockies going to be a solid game tonight. I think the Cubs are going to come out on top, though, because the Rockies been traveling from L.A. They got done with their game last night. They had to travel to L.A. and play a game today in Chicago. I hate to say it, but I think the Rockies going home early.
Yeah, I could see that.
Absolutely.
Traveling kills the team.
Oh, yeah.
Cubs have been home for 2 weeks straight. It's just,
I agree. But enough with that. Now, coming up next, after the break, we're going to talk about Le'Veon Bell and Earl Thomas, the little controversy we have in the NFL. Then we have another little special topic that we haven't tried before, but I think you guys are going to like it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for cost-efficient shirt buying options, go to Shirt Plus, where you can get some of the best shirts in Kansas. Shirts Plus has been in Kansas for the past 30 years and continues to serve Kansas today. For all your shirt needs, make sure to go to Shirts Plus, located at 703 North Buckner, Derby, Kansas.
Jordan Croft, reporter, Channel 7 News.
Like I said, there was a little less controversy over the NFL weekend, but there's always some with all those egos and personalities. Earl Thomas went down with an injury as he was trying to hold in, you could say, still playing, but trying to get a bigger contract. And Le'Veon Bell said that he's coming back week 7 to a struggling Steelers team that might be done this year. They needed him a little bit earlier. Guys, Connor, what do you think of this situation first?
Le'Veon, I think he should stay out. Especially after what we saw with Earl Thomas, he's not going to get paid now.
Yeah.
He fractured his leg, he won't get paid after he wanted to play for his teammate. Le'Veon should hold out. The Steelers aren't a Super Bowl contender, really. They might be, but that defense is struggling right now. And, they're still not the best team in the AFC North anyways. That's the Ravens. That's my team, baby. But I think he should stay out for a little bit longer, until he gets that money.
Yeah, like I said earlier, in the very first episode of the year, you can't just stiff on your best player like that. That's probably the best running back in the NFL if he's playing right now, and you're not paying him the money he deserves. No, he gets ran into the ground. Like I said, 405 touches last year. That's insane. And you can tell they need him. They need him bad. So pay him. You see what's happening when you don't have him on the team. You got to pay that man, Brian. What do you think?
I agree, but also he should have been back way before all this. You don't just abandon your teammates like this, and I know he wants his money. I know he deserves his money too. Incredible player. It's too little too late now for the Steelers. I think their playoff chances are almost zero now, unless they just start banging off wins incredibly. They got 2 more weeks before he even joins them, and he joins them during the bye week. And if they can get 2 wins, and maybe I'll think about them for the playoffs, but they need to come up with some big
If they get 2 losses this next 2 weeks, I don't see Le'Veon come back.
Oh, no.
I think he has to at some point if he wants to be. I can't remember what we were.
It's week 10.
Week 10.
Oh,
he has to
week
come
10.
back. He has to play at some point. But also he's going to come back and play, so he's still in football shape and he can make a
that's
difference
true.
on another team.
For sure.
But Earl Thomas now, he was quote holding in, maybe you could say. He was going to practice, but he would not do it. He would just sit there. He was just sitting there, not participating, but he was still showing up to practices and playing in games. But then you see how that costed him. That's the risk. And now people saying the double standard here, maybe he should have been sitting out, but then you see the backlash Le'Veon gets Earl Thomas just wanted to go out there and play football and do what he loves, and now it might cost him a lot of money. Connor, what do you think?
I mean, it's definitely going to cost him a lot of money because I don't see him come back to the Seahawks next year, and I don't see any team picking him up in free agency. I mean, that's huge. I like what he's doing because he wanted to go out there and play with his teammates, and he wanted to play football because he loves football and all. But you got to pay people when they want to get paid. I mean, it's hard, it's business, but I mean, I feel rough for him.
Seeing the Seahawks, I think they might be. They didn't want to pay him. Now they don't have to pay him. And like you said, I don't know if he's going to get picked up in the offseason after that injury. I really wanted the Cowboys to get him.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we'll get him now. I mean, you see it. I was watching Tyrann Mathieu last year in the offseason. He was facing injuries, and he barely got picked up. He got picked up by the Texans at the end of free agency. But what do you think on this one?
I still think he'll get paid next year. Obviously not as much, but if teams realize that healthy, he'll get the best treatment he can because he's in the NFL. They have the best treatment out there. Yeah. He will still get paid next year even if he's not with the Seahawks because teams will realize the quality of the player he is and how just insane he is. Yeah. He got injured trying to play for the team that he wanted to hold out on, but he didn't. Mm-hmm. And, I still respect him coming back and playing a lot.
Yeah. I want to see him come back for sure.
Next up, we got something a little different than we've ever done.
Hold on.
What
was it? Why did you give us the hand? Did that stop?
Yeah, I'm telling you to wind down the segment.
Oh, what's the difference? I thought you meant stop. You gave me your hand.
Oh, sorry. I was eating him in the first time.
Okay, that's why I
You go the next one, that's fine.
Okay,
Okay,
now
cool.
start over. Okay.
Next up, we're going to do something a little different we've never done before. We're doing our top 3 pregame songs. Connor, what are your top 3 pregame songs?
I mean, for right now, during this football season right now, you got number 1, Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
2, right now, Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba, oh man.
And 3, Lose Yourself.
Lose Yourself by Eminem. Love that. I've kind of been on the Eminem swing too. So, he's been kind of coming back. One, some throwback Eminem Without Me. You gotta love that one. Gets me high. Next, 2007 Kanye. Tie for 2. Can't Tell Me Nothing and Stronger. I love old Kanye, not new Kanye. I don't know about all that. Third, I can feel it calling in there. And then you get that doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, nothing gets you more hype in the weight room, on the court, on the field. Oh, man. Oh, it gets me hype now. What you got, Ryan?
I got number 1, Serious by the Alan Parsons Project. It's what we walk out to during soccer.
Okay.
Just classic. 2, For Whom the Bells Toll by Metallica.
Okay.
First 2 minutes, you just close your eyes and you
that's how you go down south. That's what they play.
You go
play on third down.
ballistic.
That's what they play on third
And
down.
then third, I got Lose Yourself.
Lose Yourself by
That's
Eminem.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys,
That's
what you
a
guys both
banger.
had?
Yeah.
That's a banger, dude.
Eminem, dude.
It's
He's
solid.
on the swing back around.
Eminem will never go out of style for pregame, dude.
Absolutely.
Never.
Absolutely.
He's got way too many songs. He's got Till I Collapse.
I do like Mo Bamba, clean version.
It's-
That's hype.
Eminem's got the goods.
He absolutely does. But that's one of our fun segments. We might try to do more of those. Let us know what your favorite 3 songs are. You might try to listen to them. I'll try to listen to them if you have some good ones. Coming up next, we have a really cool story that you guys will like, and we'll have sports in Rose Hill. See you in a minute.
The Rose Hill Veterinary Clinic has been serving this town since 1982. They offer a wide range of surgical and medical procedures. Your pet's care is their #1 priority, considering pets to be like family. The clinic has ecstatic, diagnostic, and monitoring equipment and will provide your pet with the best care they can provide. Schedule an appointment today at 316-776-0040. Rose Hill Vet Clinic. We treat your pets like family.
Tired of constant fatigue and drowsiness? Do you suffer from chronic boredom and/or lack of motivation? Then you're going to want some fake news. 5 out of 4 doctors recommend fake news as your daily dose of legitimate happiness. If you or a family member exhibit any of the aforementioned symptoms, talk to your doctor. Fake news might just be exactly what you need.
I used to eat grass. Now I watch fake news. I used to break down in front of cameras crying. And now I found fake news.
Warning. Side effects may include corneal combustion, sporadic oral bone growth, shark-like personality, supernatural powers, spontaneous apple treeification, profuse vomiting of the foot, amnesia, internal ear growth, loss of any or all senses, loss of your favorite limb, development of the ability to see dead people, death, gravitational anomalies, instant gratification, race change at random intervals, brain dumb, and freshman uprising. For more information, call 1-800-PI19-Delta 6693.
I'm being paid to be here.
Hey, still hype off those 3 songs. I'm ready to go. But this week in Rose Hill, the soccer team is at Mulvane tonight, and the volleyball is home with McPherson and Clearwater. What's next, Brian? Tell us what we got.
So, this is something new we want to do. We have the feel-good story of the week. And this story comes out of Sporting Kansas City. Sporting signed 18-year-old Kaylin Ricketts to a 2-day special contract in which he could practice with the team. And yesterday, in the game Sunday, in the game Sunday, he suited up with the team, walked out with them, got introduced in the starting lineups, and sat on the bench with them. Cool. This is just incredible and a very classy move by the club. Do you guys have any opinions on it?
That's awesome.
That's cool. I like seeing
like that.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime. That's just awesome to see.
Yeah, that's cool to see.
And you know, as it said on the screen there, it's more than a game.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
It's about people that, you know, it sucks. He lost his arm due to bone cancer, and he got to live out his dream.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it's awesome to see kids who have been affected by cancer do that.
I mean, it's just awesome to see professional players do something for other people. And
Absolutely.
Give back.
Yeah.
Awesome. But thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Damn, I'm still hyped, you know what it is. But we're going to catch y'all Friday on the next one. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys later.